Hey there, lovely. I here. This would be the first time you're hearing me as me, so hello. Alright, so I just wanted to tell you before you start this that this is Constance and you doing a Harry Potter marathon. So if you're not interested or you don't like Harry Potter, then you don't need to listen, and I'll see you in the next one. You're still here? Awesome. Before we get into the whole Harry Potter movie marathon thing, just a little disclaimer. One, I do not agree with the author and her thinking, but I do love Harry Potter, and, well, I personally like to make it as gay and inclusive as possible. You can check out my AO3 if you're interested. It's in the descriptions. Two, this is probably going to be a bit controversial about the series, so again, if you don't like it, don't listen, and I'll see you in the next one. Three, it'll have a lot of spoilers of the movie, so if you haven't seen them, be warned. And also, what are you doing? Go watch them. And four, so Draco Malfoy is my favorite character, and I think the story did him very dirty. So though you have the freedom to say and do whatever you want, please refrain from any bashing comments. If you do not like or agree with me, please don't let it out on other people that do. If you want to fight about this, you can come directly to me. Snape you can bash. Oh, also, check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. It is still a little barren right now, but I am quickly going to be adding all sorts of goodies and behind the scenes, as well as more in-depth looks at the girls, both current and future. Now, let's get on with the show.
There's one more, sir. One more, and then I promise. I promise I'll do what you say. I promise. Please.
I am telling you, Draco Malfoy deserved to have a redemption arc. Snape's whole always thing? That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, I get it. Snape had that whole thing with Lily, blah blah blah, but that doesn't resolve him from treating Harry that way. And the whole loving Lily and hating Harry thing because he couldn't get the girl, that's kind of stalkerish if you ask me. But I 100% believe that Draco Bloody Malfoy deserved a better chance. He's just a boy, and he was tasked to kill Dumbledore, the most powerful wizard in all of whatever century this thing is in. The 90s, I know. Voldemort gave him a death sentence, all because his dad couldn't help him. Who the hell does that noseless wannabe think he is? With his dumb snake that's an animagus, don't even get me started on that. That will piss me off. And can I just say, the fact that the story has actual literal potions and spells and actual magical objects that is used for only one moment to further the plot, and then we never see it again? The hell is that? And that's another thing. If I were told that I was a witch and I was able to go to Hogwarts, you bet I would be in the library every day. I'd be first in class and listening so attentively. This is magic. Actual, real magic. The fact that Harry is such a useless student irks me. If he had spent even a moment trying to be a good student, he'd be able to figure everything out so quickly. Oh, and don't start with the whole sixth year thing. He was good at potions because of Snape's book. Also, you'd think a student who has had unforgivable curses thrown at him all the time, that he knew how scary the world really would be, and he wouldn't use a bloody curse he found in a goddamn book, especially one that was written on the side. He could have killed Draco in the bathroom. Like, I don't think his standing as the boy who lived would have helped him here. He'd be expelled. Veritaserum. They could have used that on Sirius, and he'd have been forced to tell the truth, and that whole thing could have gotten him out of Azkaban, where he stayed for 12 friggin' years. If he did that, then he could have taken care of Harry with Remus, and they would have had a lovely little family. But no, because Harry Potter can't be asked to learn a simple occlumens from Snape. He goes and gets manipulated, and Sirius has to save him, and he dies because of it.
He's at perfect liberty to kiss whomever he likes. I really couldn't care less. Was I under the impression he and I would be attending Slughorn's Christmas party together? Yes.
No, the blood pact should have still worked. It was a whole mother's blood thing, right? You're telling me neither Sirius nor Remus would have given their best friend's kids a mother's love? You don't think the Marauders would have made a blood pact in their school day?
Why didn't I think of that?
Who are you going with?
It's a surprise. Anyway, it's you we've got to worry about. You can't just take anyone. See that girl over there?
Oh, and also, what the hell are all the other schools doing this battle? Like, we saw Beauxbaton and Durmstrang, and yet we see none of them afterwards?
Hey!
Would they really stay holed up in their schools and not care?
I am the chosen one. Okay, sorry.
They cared a lot about Harry when they did the whole tournament thing. They obviously know how important he is. And why does he still wear glasses? If Hermione can fix his glasses, she can fix whatever is wrong with his eyes. Hell, Madame Pomfrey most definitely can. None of them should even have to worry about their health like that.
You've lost, old man.
You can use the time turner on any of those that died. If they could do it to save a friggin' bird, they could save Fred and everyone else that died.
So weak. So vulnerable. Look at me.
Oh, and don't get me started on the whole Albus Severus Potter thing. You already know I don't like Dumbledore. That manipulative man with his eyes on grooming Harry is a lamb for slaughter. But Severus? Hell, Regulus makes more sense. He drank a torture potion and died alone in a cave, so someday Harry would be able to defeat Voldemort. Oh, Narcissa friggin' Malfoy had to look at pure evil in the face. Voldemort could read her bloody mind and had killed for less, and she still lied straight to his face, just to make sure her son was safe. Andromeda Tonks is another one. She saw her entire family get killed by her own bloody sister, and yet she still was strong enough to be a guardian for Teddy.
Sorry for you.
Oh, and Slughorn as well. I mean, yeah, he was a bit of a weird one. Well, I mean, he had to show Harry a part of his past that he had hidden from himself. And this was all just so Harry could defeat the Dark Lord. But no, Severus Snape. The friend-zoned weirdo. And that's the brave Slytherin Harry chose to name his kid after? No wonder Albus was messed up in the books. Sorry, I've been talking through this whole movie, haven't I? And now I'm ruining movie night. Sorry, I'll stop.
Very good. Very good. You're not alone. There are others. How?
The vanishing cabinet in the room of requirement. I've been mending it.
Let me guess. It has a sister. A twin.
Borgin and Burks. They form a passage.
Ingenious. Draco. Years ago, I knew a boy who made all the...
Did you see that?
Please let me help you.
Right there, his wand.
Don't you understand?
No, look.
I have to do this.
No, rewind a bit. I'm serious. Look.
Boy who made all the wrong choices.
See? He drops his wand a bit. Draco doesn't want to do it.
I don't want your help.
If it wasn't for his family, who are definitely being threatened by Voldemort, he wouldn't do this.
I have to kill you.
I know he got that dark mark under duress. His mother is in that house, and they've all been forced to watch Voldemort kill people in front of them, and have that snake eat them at the dinner table. Can you imagine the amount of trauma? There's probably parts in his house that he will never be able to step back into. He'd have to... God, sorry. I don't mean to. He's my favorite character, and I guess I just relate to him. That's all. I know what it's like to live up to your parents' expectations. The name Delaire is a big thing. Especially when you're part of the Hellion Coven. And, well, sometimes I wish there was someone who could have told me that not following the rules was okay. That sometimes getting a lower grade, or being a little late to class, or not having a social life because you're in the library studying, or having to take yet another elective because I have to be a well-rounded figure. Otherwise, I won't get anywhere in life, or just not being perfect at every single thing you're forced to do. That it's okay. That I'm still me. Draco just needs someone to tell him it's okay. He needs the support from the light. He needs Harry Potter. I guess. I needed Harry Potter. You're right. I do have you. You're kind of like my Harry Potter. Except better looking. Almost. Kind of. Hey, have you seen Daniel Radcliffe nowadays? Hush. Thanks, babe. Now, let's continue watching this awful but brilliant movie. Yes, we're watching all of them. Now hush.